Hi, I'm Bridget, founder of Biggie Tarot, the place to be if you're an aspiring tarot reader and you want to transform your life and others through the tarot. And this is a special Ask Brigit video series where you can ask me anything about the tarot. Today's question comes from Christine. She and her husband are learning to read tarot together. Awesome! But her husband's got the Rider Waite deck and she has the Morgan-Greer deck. And she says that even though the cards are pretty much the same, there's some cards that are completely different, like the Devil. And her question is, does she have to relearn the tarot every time she starts with a new tarot deck? Awesome question, Christine, and something that I've been struggling with, for a lot of my time that I've been reading the tarot as well. I've really resisted reading with anything but the Rider Waite deck because it took me so long to learn the Rider Waite tarot cards that I really didn't want to have to spend even more years studying as I learnt other tarot decks. But recently I've been working to help with other people who need help in interpreting their own readings, and those readings aren't always with the Rider Waite deck, they're often with other decks. And so I've had to be quite strategic and proactive in being able to work with different decks quickly and easily. So Christine, today I want to share with you 3 of my most favourite techniques for how you can work with other tarot decks easily and quickly. So technique number 1, apply what you already know. So many tarot decks are often derivatives of each other, and so even though sometimes the imagery is different, the underlying theme is the same or similar. So for example, if you draw the 2 of Cups in your different deck, go back to what you already know about the 2 of Cups in your more familiar deck, and then use that meaning as a starting point. So that leads me to technique number 2, and that is to tune into the imagery of the card. So it's usually the imagery that's different across different decks, and that's where you need to pay your most attention to. So when you're reading with a new deck or a different deck, just gaze at the card and see what different elements of the imagery comes out to you. It might be, a lush garden, it might be barren landscape, a little snail, a fish that's popping his head out, whatever it might be. These things are often what's different in these new decks compared to your more familiar deck. And then take the next step and think about, well, what does that imagery actually mean, and what new symbolism and interpretation can I find in that imagery? Also use the imagery for tapping into your intuition and think about what's coming to you on a more intuitive level as you look at the different imagery in the card. This is also a really good technique that you can use just with reading your own familiar deck as well. Technique number 3, so know your numbers and suits. Not every deck will have loads and loads of imagery. For example, the Marseille deck has very little imagery in the pip cards. And so it's important that you have a couple of other strategies up your sleeve. My advice is learn basic numerology and get to know your suits very well. So then when you know that a 2, for example, means, a partnership, Cups means, emotions or relationships, you can bring those together easily and effortlessly without needing a picture to tell you what that means. So partnerships that are based on an emotional connection. So those are my 3 techniques. Apply what you already know, tune into the imagery, and know your numbers and suits. So what's your advice? How do you work with different decks quickly and easily? I'd love for you to leave your comment below. If you love this tarot topic, you'll find even more tarot love at biggytarot.com. You can also sign up for my email updates with weekly tarot cards and tips. And if you really love this video, click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll get even more great tarot videos. Remember, you can transform your life and others with tarot, so keep your tarot passion alive. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.